they fear your power. Targeting individual psychic reading. They fear your power. So it feels like I'm dealing with a collective here who has recently kind of stepped up a gear, elevated. That energy, that frequency that you hold within yourself is starting to emit. Okay. There has been a certain amount of kind of that coming out previously, but it feels like you've had a voltage shift. I want to use that phrase. You've had a voltage shift, right? Hermit card in the reverse, Sun card, okay. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, Lord of Material Gain, Queen of Swords, Queen of the Thrones of the Air, Hanged Man in the reverse, okay. So what this feels like is that with the Sun card there, I feel like this collective is starting to realise that they deserve their Sun card. They've started to realise it is coming, okay. I feel like if you've not instilled it within yourself yet that it's happening, know it. You're starting to get signs and synchronicities, little things creeping in, little shift in a change, okay? This has kind of happened because I think for too long, I want to say that because of these attacks, because of these distractions, because of these low vibing so-and-sos, you've not had that time to go into the Hermit card and reflect on the situation, to reevaluate who you are, to reassess and reflect on how far you've come, the battles, the struggles, the pushback that you've had to do is, you've not had the chance, okay? And because of that, that's had an effect on your material gain, your hard work, okay? With the Queen of Swords here, I feel like this is you, the collective. I feel like you're stepping into that kind of Queen of Swords feminine power. In this deck, she'd lop somebody's head off. So it might be that you've recently kind of... I was going to say it might be something to do with the attackers, but I don't think it is. I feel it's more that this collective has or is about to slay something within them. That kind of Archon energy, the doubts, the fear, the you'll know this, you're this, you're that, you can't do this. That voice at the back of your head, which has been fueled by the people around you. Questions, doubts. 90% of spiritual war is psychological. You start letting somebody in your head, they'll egg whisk it. That's what happened to me, okay? And that's kept you stuck in the Hanged Man, okay? Wait. The power shift in this collective is immense. So if it's not happened yet, get ready for it, okay? Don't be surprised if you're struggling to sleep, if you're waking up at certain times, repeat times that you keep waking up, etc, etc. This is all because what it kind of feels like is, because I've had this recently, waking up at exactly the same time, or times that are going up in numbers. So for example, a couple of weeks back it was 2 one night, couple of nights later it was 3 then it was 5. It feels like at a soul level you are trying to tune in to the right universe that you're supposed to be in, because we live in a multiverse, and it feels like you're tuning in to the one which leads you to the prosperity and abundance. Now you can only do this once you've made the shift and change. Confirmation, Lord of Wealth, okay? And the people around you, they fear it. The problem for them is that the timeline that you have shifted into, you're immense, you're strong. And this is why they're now scared. Because for them, they're just kind of, waking up every morning going, I feel like something's a bit different. So for them, they're still waking up kind of, they've been waking up every morning kind of going, oh yeah, I'm this, I'm that, and the other, I'm going to do this to the collective, etc, etc. Meanwhile, you've been turning the dials on the frequency settings, not purposefully, been happening whilst you've been asleep, etc. And now they're starting to fear it because you're starting to elevate, you're starting to rise. This collective cannot be stopped. Okay, touch not my anointed and all that. Princess of Cups, Princess of the Palace of the Floods. Let's see if we've got another one coming out, because the princesses in this deck, if you follow me, it tends to be kind of siren type energy, right? Hermit card, right? So what I can see, what I'm always drawn to on the Hermetic Tarot deck is that the Hermit's kind of tickling the belly of the snake. I was going to say I think somebody might be coming in siren energy to try and throw you off. I don't want to say that. What I want to say is that I think that you need to reflect on how you've navigated this, because I think that for a lot of this collective, it's just kind of happened on automatic pilot. It's almost like you kind of, You know, it's very much for me. You kind of just bumble along, see what happens, just kind of wait for things to play out. And I feel like this collective has, when you stop and reflect back on it, I think you're going to realise that you've got this certain gift, this charm, whatever you want to call it, to charm the snakes. So they come in wanting to bite you. They come in wanting to fill you with their venom. But ultimately, without even realising, without even trying, because at the time you might be very naive to the fact that that's what's going on, you're charming these snakes, okay? And I want to say that's not gonna you know, the more that you realise that, the more you instill it, the stronger you get. 201's in the reverse position, Lord of Dominion, okay? So you've been breaking this dominion. We've got another princess of the rushing winds, okay? She's got the Medusa type hair. This collective has taken a lot of hits, a lot of heavy hits, a lot of manipulation, a lot of people trying to get what's yours, okay? They can't have it. It's been destined to you by divine decree. Right, let's go into the Urban Truth, see what they're saying. See if we get any advice or clues there. Hold your head high, okay? Now is the time for you to rise. Like a phoenix from the ashes, you are going to soar, okay? All the lies, all the doubts, they're creeping away, okay? Brilliant. Right, so we've got you're the prize. You bring unique value. People recognise your worth. You don't need to chase anything, okay? We've then got take your power back. Someone drained your strength. You're reclaiming what's yours. Your confidence rises again. So yeah, if you've been in this kind of stop-start energy, because what I've got in my mind is it's like trying to turn a car over, and it's catching, and then we're doing it again, and it's like it's been like that for you for probably a long period of time, and it's like we're now turning the key, catches every time, purring great, okay, and it's because you've started to call that power back from these people. Right, so we've got upgrade your life. Small improvements compound fast. Your habits shape your future. You're building a better version of yourself. And what I'm drawn to there is the compounding effect, okay? The 3 a.m. thought. I'm going to read what it says, but I don't feel this is relevant. The quiet hours reveal your true feelings. Your mind wanders back to them. Clarity appears when the world sleeps. I don't think it's love related. I think that's just confirmation about the reoccurring time thing. Glamour rising. You're stepping into your shine. Your confidence radiates outwards. People notice your glow. So you're taking your power back. You're upgrading. You're stepping into that kind of glow up here. I'm excited for this collective. You know, this is as excited as I get. I'm a Taurus and I'm autistic, but I'm excited for this collective because it's. I want to say finally, I've got. Any wrestling fans out there? Because I want to do it like The Rock. Finally, The Rock has come back to da 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 da. Yeah, I want to say that it's going to be easy sailing from here in, because I'm excited about this, because it's almost like this is a TI reading, but it feels more like one of my spiritual awakening readings. It doesn't feel as heavy. It feels like the weight has been off my shoulders. And I said a while ago that I was doing one of these TI readings, and I said I think that's the end of the readings for this collective, and it's going to shift into a new one. I don't think it has. I think it's continued. So yeah, I'm hoping the shift for this collective is now going to go more into the spiritual ones, and we're going to get a new targeted individuals collective that we can reach out to. So I just want to say well done. I just want to say enjoy the process moving forwards. The weight has finally been lifted, and you are now unstoppable. Okay, if that resonated, claim it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to me as well and give us a like. And if you want a personalised reading, they're available prior to same day guaranteed from just £10. Or you can book your phone and video chat. Just head down to the video description and you'll find my link tree in there. Well done.